Hello Instagram, how are you? I am fine. And now that the pleasantries are out of the way, I wanted to talk about our podcast topic this week, which is the Cancer Research UK campaign on obesity. If you want to hear about it, swipe. There has been a lot of controversy around this campaign, and so I wanted to try and look at it from a more sciencey approach to see actually why obesity could be increasing your risk of developing cancer. Firstly, I don't like the word or the term being obese, because fat is not something you are, it's simply something that you have. So let's change the question to, why does having excess fat increase your risk of developing cancer? A good place to start is to look at how cancer actually occurs. Now, on a very basic level, cancer occurs when cells divide and there are mutations in these cells. Those cells then start dividing more rapidly and can turn into tumors. These gene mutations can happen by chance because our cells are dividing all the time, or they can be caused by exposure to things like tobacco, sun exposure, or some very unlucky people who have a genetic predisposition to developing cancer. Back to the point at hand, why does having excess body fat increase our risk of developing cancer? When fat cells are very full, they become stretched. And when they're stretched, they release certain signals. And these signals are what cause metabolic problems. It's this that can increase our risk of developing cancer. So for example, if insulin levels are elevated, this is a growth hormone, which means it's going to stimulate cells to divide more. Now, when cells divide more, there's more chance of them mutating, and then there's more chance of developing cancer. If there is more growth hormones around, the cancer or the tumour is more likely to grow faster and spread quicker, which is seriously bad news. Inflammation and increased levels of sex hormones, which also happen when you are carrying excess body fat, also increase cell division rate. So again, the same sort of methodology there. And that's especially true for breast cancer risk after the menopause, because your body fat will produce estrogen, and higher estrogen levels increase cell division, which is why it's especially important for women who are postmenopausal to stay in shape, keep exercising, and make sure their body fat levels don't get too high. In essence, for the reasons that I've just stated, having excess body fat will increase the cell turnover, so the number of times your cells divide, and this increases your risk of developing cancer. But not only that, it also increases the likelihood that, or the speed of that cancer to grow and spread. That's important because if you can catch cancer sooner, the survival rate is much higher and the treatment options are much better as well. We can be a lot more specific with identifying where that cancer is and treating the cancer itself.